up, my sister guys? I'm Tess Munch.
What's going on, y'all?
And today we're reacting to Young Justice, Season 4, Episode 15, Ebba Tide.
So, we're just coming off the last one. I think we had a really good discussion. So, we're just going to jump into this one. Full and early reactions are available on Patreon.
Thanks, Bibbo.
That's not awkward. Coming in at the same time.
I need to talk.
I think you're a little confused.
I got my glasses on. You don't know who I am.
Not confused. But we do need your help.
You're not supposed to see who I am with my glasses on.
Like this identity has worked for years, why is it working now?
Poseidonus needs us.
Anaxor.
Anything?
No, we have found neither foot nor fin of Ocean Master. Apologies.
No apologies necessary. Orm has always been a slippery fish. Ocean Master, both before and after he was revealed as my brother, always had a method to his madness. He was never about sowing chaos for chaos' sake. What did he truly hope to gain from his attack? He had to know that even in success, Atlantis would never have accepted him as king.
Perhaps after 6 years in an Atlantean prison, he simply wanted vengeance.
But then, why wait so long to take it?
There's unrest in nearly every city-state, particularly in...
Zebel.
Yes. Incited by Zebel's own King Nereus, mass demonstrations, protests... Well, this... Poseidonus' needs seem to supersede those of the other 7 principalities.
Our resources may be stretched thin, but we could not leave Poseidonus in ruins.
This is not how the people perceive the decision.
Ah, yes. Perception. When I was Aquaman, everyone complained my focus was not on Atlantis. Now that it is my sole concern, no one is ever satisfied with my decisions.
Heavy the head that wears the crown.
Yeah.
I knew you would understand, Calderon.
Well, Ghostly, we've covered a lot of ground and have gotten exactly nowhere. I'm still hoping this heat trick leads us to something. Anyway, what choice do we have? You know, besides admitting we're actually dead.
Oh, move!
This is never gonna work!
I was right.
You were. Ooh! And that was the image just Hannah seen.
Rumors ride the currents of every city-state concerning the mysterious stranger with the power to defeat Neptune's trident. It all fits the prophecy of the one true king.
An enemy attacked and was driven away. How many times has that happened before? Even against Ocean Master and the Trident. Yes, we had help, but that hardly fulfills any prophecies.
Whether it does or does not will hardly stop the rumors.
Perception.
The stranger come from out our past to quell the trident's dread at last. Shall herald seas that bring red death, but 3 will rise, restoring breath. When best of these gains Arian's crown, our one true king revives renown. Anoint this king the one, the true, and celebrate as all renew.
So the first condition of the prophecy seems to have been met, perhaps too perfectly. Is it possible Orm threw the fight to make a hero out of his conqueror? That kind of manipulation, at least, is more his style.
Possibly. But the stranger did have real magic, real power.
Another reason why we must find them both.
Could you please call your parents? They do not want to be a bother, but they are very worried about you.
Ah, yes.
Calder.
Hello.
Calvin, it's Calder.
I hope you are both well.
We are, and very glad you called.
For which I assume we have Delphis to thank.
I would have called on my own.
Eventually. But thank you.
The truth is, son, we're worried about you. Wynn tells us you've been hunting Ocean Master in between missions for the Justice League.
While still trying to mourn your friend Connor. We have talked about this. You take on too much.
Yes, we have talked about this. I only do what must be done.
You do more than that. You always have, ever since you were a child.
As a child, I learned to be responsible from the both of you.
Oh,
You learned to be responsible because of us, certainly.
but we were anything but good role models of that virtue.
Stop. You were wonderful parents.
We gave you love. Always. And maybe that was the best and most important gift we could have given you.
But you forget how it was.
I was never home. I was always leaving you alone with your mother.
And I was suffering from depression. There were days I could not leave our home. You were my little soldier, parenting me.
You overstate things.
No, but it is sweet you remember hard times fondly.
You took odd jobs when I could find no work anywhere in Shares, except with Crush's criminal gang. We eventually got our acts together. Your mother sought help. I found my way.
But the pattern was set. Military training, sorcery school, becoming protege to the king. Calder, you have always been the adult in the room. You need to take time to just be you.
That's two people
No.
talking.
Not until Orm is captured.
Mama's dad.
He is too great a threat to Atlantis.
Yeah, see? That's stubbornness.
Mother, father, I have to...
But I understand though, because things always keep happening. But like afterwards, you definitely should consider it. Like, oh my god. Is this when Zatanna's thing is happening? Because that was fire tornadoes.
My friend Clark said you wanted to see me?
Okay. Thank Clark for us. Look, we have a lot to
You're
explain.
like, okay, we're gonna
It would
pretend
help
that.
if you'd allow me to telepathically link
what
with
No. We talk with words. I don't know you well enough to give you access to my mind.
Fine. We are from the future. We came back to your era to prevent a disaster. The death of Superboy.
We did save his life outside the UN a year ago, and no one knew. But on Mars, we failed.
Uh-oh.
We can't tell you how sorry we are. We really can't.
If what you say is true, why not go back in time and try again?
Our time sphere was destroyed. We're stranded here now.
Great.
Just the two of you?
There were 3 of us, but we lost our friend in the same explosion that killed Superboy.
I saw no evidence of a second fatality.
Neither did we.
But the last time we saw her, she was flying to save Superboy. And she never came back to us. Eventually, we were forced to conclude she hadn't made it.
I'm so sorry. How did you get here from Mars?
We asked for help and she said yes.
She?
Bioship? She's back!
Thank you for the warning anyway.
So that means McGann has to be back by now. I was right. This is when Zatanna and them was.
He signed that contract.
Filling in the gaps.
It's just so powerful. I love it.
Think of it as a solid.
I feel like I'm turned on.
No, slicing his back.
I have to believe you can touch anything. You know that.
There you go. Ooh.
Ah.
There's that Superboy anger.
Mira,
Listen, a new Chaos Lord was here. Worse than Clarion. She created this pillar of fire, the source of these red waters. Anything the red touches dies.
Is he telling his people?
Telling them to steer clear. All the animals.
I have warned the Sea Life to steer clear. Do not open the portals or allow any Atlanteans to exit. That is an order. Understood.
Not but.
But she said,
Destroyed her construct. Yeah, she was too powerful.
Protection and my construct. Calder, take over the sphere.
Yes, my queen.
What can I do?
Exactly what you have been.
So crowd control.
Blubber!
Oh,
He's
swim!
my best friend. I have you cannot. The red would reach the dome, dooming us
Paddle
all.
your tail! Paddle, paddle!
Let's get me beyond the red. Clear.
Oh. Don't.
You should have led with Bioship. She's a darn good character reference.
I
What do you need?
saw we needed was a good reference.
Superboy was a great inspiration to us.
With him dead, your future, our present, is a galactic disaster. So
Uh-oh.
we need you to take his place at a crucial moment in time.
We need you to be in Happy Harbor, Rhode Island 10 years from today at 12 noon exactly.
I don't
And do
remember that.
what?
As Legionnaires, we have often asked ourselves the question Superboy asked. What would Superman do? So when the time comes, ask yourself, what would Superboy do?
Or try,
10
at
years?
least. But what about the two of you?
It's best we don't tell you. The time stream's fragile. You can't tell anyone about us or Bioship or anything. So please, get on board.
Or get out of the
so
way.
we can get out of the way.
Black Lightning to Superman. We're facing a global mystic crisis. I need you in Agra at the Taj Mahal.
On my way.
So Superboy's supposed to prevent some global crisis in the future. Huh.
10 years from now, this day, 12 a.m. I mean, p.m.
Getting Superman to take Superboy's place should have fixed everything, given us an instant reset. So clearly Superman failed. Didn't make it to Happy Harbor or something.
Uh-oh.
You don't know that. After multiple dousings of chronoton radiation, we may be so far outside our original timeline, we may never know if we fixed things or not. All we can do is keep trying.
Oh, great. Now they fucking up the timeline and Lord Jesus, fix it.
This is why this is that first class.
Careful, brother. I cannot believe even you would capitalize on this calamity for your own ends.
Then for once you are right, Orin. I have in fact come to help. After all, who wants to be master of a dead ocean? Now, hadn't you better retreat? Re-entering Poseidonis is impossible, and I certainly have no intention of saving your worthless skin.
Yes, you don't have a choice. No time to be stubborn.
Together then!
Agreed!
My queen, what will Ocean Master do should you both succeed?
Trying to kill us probably. But one crisis at a time.
I am thinking about what crisis devastation when this one happens. Oh, I think I did that.
Perspective is the point of this episode. Seeing it from everybody's different perspective.
Everybody's like,
And we know how
He's
to.
gonna have to die again.
We know at the end of all this, Satana senses Superboy in distress and pain. The next episode will probably deal with that.
The only thing that solids this creature.
I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost.
It's attracted to my rage.
I want her guts out.
Fixing motorcycles. That's his calmness. Thinking about time McGann. He toe up though.
We survived the monster. But obviously it's pointless following that thing's heat trail, so... Now what?
Go through that blood time machine.
What am I gonna do?
They can't do nothing about this.
Do seek Atlantis, save your win. The labors free are done, and then we crown our king, the one, the true, and celebrate as all renew. The stranger come from out our past to quell the trident's threat at last. Shall herald seas that bring red death, but three
I don't know who he is.
restoring breath. When best of these gains Arian's crown, our one true king revives renown. Anoint this king, the one, the true, and celebrate as all renew.
I don't know what that is, but it's a beautiful sight.
Beard. Prophecy.
I don't know who about to be king, but I don't think nothing's gonna be the same.
Yeah, our Arthur ain't gonna be the king.
And Mira can't be it.
Oh, dang. He was too busy holding the shield.
No, don't die, Mira. She's too weak. She used a bunch of
Arthur
energy. Ooh, she saved us. She said, fuck that.
Fools! You think to thwart me?
Ooh, he took the trident.
No!
All of Poseidonus, you are under arrest.
No, not again. Never again!
Gotcha.
Here.
He just gave it back.
You have saved us twice. Who are you?
Merely a wanderer, happy to have been of service to the crown.
But what is your name?
I doubt you would have heard of me.
Nevertheless, we want to thank and honor you.
Savage's
Unnecessary,
kid?
I neither
Because
need
didn't
nor
one of them
want such
drown?
things.
Please.
In days gone by, I was called Arian.
I think that was
Arian, Lord of Atlantis?
Savage. When
Arian,
Savage sunk him,
the
he was.
founder of Atlantis?
Yeah.
Arian, the failure of Atlantis.
I don't know if he was Savage's kid, but I remember Savage had something to do with all that when Atlantis sunk.
Arian! Arian! Arian!
Uh-oh. Yeah, I might regret asking questions.
Who is this Arian?
The answer, perhaps, to an ancient question.
Garrett. J. Garrett. What brings us to Central City on this fine, beautiful day?
I don't know about beautiful there.
Kid Flash, we need to talk.
Oh.
Okay, you know I'm about to go into my theories. Oh, post-credit, damn it.
Aaron.
No, I think not. Though the crisis with Child has passed, I believe we should leave our valued assets here, where they may be kept safe against the next crisis. Have Simon confirm that the Cybaks are all intact.
The Cybaks?
Update the inventory, then seal this chamber, making certain I have the only key. Our focus must turn to Project Threnas. As of now, it is our sole priority.
Lord Jesus. They be giving you so much information to remember in one episode. Like,
And
it's
don't touch back on it for like 4
right.
years.
You gotta remember everything. But I love detail-oriented shows, but it's just like, it can be a lot. I swear I need to start taking notes. All right. But
You can't write that fast. So.
right. Okay. Let me touch
I know you
on
can't.
the end scene. No, if I were to write notes, I would do the reaction, rewatch, and write notes. But the end scene, they need Kid Flash's help, and Jay Garrick was there. They're going to need to time travel.
Yes. They need
And
help.
because, okay, so I've seen somebody say, hey, oh, the speedsters don't time travel because they don't know about the Speed Force, I guess. They've never even mentioned it here. And I think, well, my hot theory was that Wally time traveled. He disappeared because he was running so fast he time traveled. The other ones didn't do that because they didn't know of the Speed Force, so they just took it as he died. They didn't know how else to take it. So
Right,
either they're
that
about to teach them how to time travel, or they're about to tell them that Wally is alive and that he time traveled and that they need to do this, that they need to that they need to travel back in time to save Superboy or Wally. I don't know because maybe if Wally is there 10 years later, he could do whatever they need to do, because they said they got to keep trying to prevent whatever happens in 10 years. They said the timeline is going to reset for them once they complete their objective. But somebody's actively trying to change the timeline if Superboy is constantly trying to be killed. So they said they saved him at the UN. I don't know what event they're referencing or if we've even seen that. But they said they saved him at the UN a year ago. And they tried to save him at Mars and failed. So we already know we've seen somebody there who was planting the bomb. So that person's been trying to sabotage the timeline. But see, this is where things don't get confusing because, like, if things are changing, like, how are we supposed to keep up? How do we know what events are going to be, like, you know, like, things in our past could have been changed that we don't know about. Like, imagine, like, we go into the next episode and Wally pop up. He never died because they changed the timeline. Like, that's what she was saying. We're so far off our original, we might be so far off our original timeline. We don't know what works or what doesn't work. Like, now that they're introducing time travel to Young Justice is, well, they already had time travel before, but like Speed Force time travel and stuff like that. And they're making like the time travel plot, you know, relevant. It's gonna be crazy. Plus, I always wondered with like Bart, he traveled back in season 2. Obviously, he has to be born at a point, and he could never get back. He can't coexist with himself. So at a point, he has to be born, and he can't be here. So, like, that's another issue, too. So, like, I've always wondered, like, when they were going to touch on that. Like, there's so much. There's so much, and I love it. Like, I'm ready to get into the time madness because it's going to be really interesting. But I like that they touched on what Atlantis was doing while Zatanna's crisis was going on. Yeah. And they had their own crisis going on down here. Orem failed to take the throne, but now everybody's here for Arian. I have to go back and look at what was said during that arc when Savage was narrating. I can't remember who Arian is. That's why I hate when they do like these gaps.
The founder of Atlantis.
Yeah, but I can't remember. Was he one of Savage's sons?
Oh, just search on.
Or was it like Savage just tried to take over the empire or whatever, sunk Atlantis? I have to go back and look. But I know Savage has something to do with that because I remember them mentioning Arian. But that's why I hate when I take the breaks because then I start to forget stuff. We watch so many shows, it's like so many details to remember. But yeah, so I gotta go back and look at that. But I'm interested to see if the power structure in Atlantis is gonna change, you know? Yeah. Like
I think it most definitely is because like Eris is our true king.
Plus, it doesn't seem like they're happy with Aquaman. Well, no, he's not Aquaman no more. Arthur's leadership, because he said everybody, you know, questions and doubts my decision making now that I'm full-time king, and he doesn't ever seem to please anybody. So now they may try to throw him out, and if he's not the one true king, I mean, what can he really do?
Isn't he though?
I mean, he never had the trident. They go by the prophecy. And since the prophecy was never fulfilled here, they're going to believe in that. This guy just saved everybody twice.
Yeah, they shouldn't have asked for permission. Like, okay.
But we also don't even know if this is a ploy either. Yeah. This could all be part of Ocean Master's plan or whoever. You know, sometimes the bad guys have a boss they answer to. So this could be part of somebody even bigger's plan. Like, we don't even know. But yeah, that's what I got. Superboy. I think next episode we'll probably hopefully get to present day where like Zatanna ended and then her telling everybody about Superboy since they've been showing his story. It has to probably conclude somewhere in Crowder's arc. Otherwise, why would they be showing it now? So maybe that next episode will be all of them getting together and trying to go save Superboy. And hopefully we figure out more about this timeline madness. You have any theories or anything? You think I'm on the right track?
About what?
Like the time travel and...
Yeah.
I think I am. So we're going to jump into the next one, y'all. And of course, thank you guys for watching. And we want to hear what you guys thought. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe to the page for more reacts. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one.